Alright guys, welcome to Multiverse. So let's continue playing with our Batman character. So as you can see, we reached level 23, character hero obviously, mentored by Batman, powers gadget, weapon martial arts, and movement acrobatic. So last time we fought the evil forces of Brother Blood and we helped our friend Cyborg. This time we're going to help our friend Robin, and we're going to be fighting a whole bunch of plant people. And also I tweaked my loadout a bit just to let you guys know. Basically what I did was that with gadget powers, one of the things you can do is that you can use power interactions to do a bit of extra damage. So basically I've arranged my abilities so that I can burn enemies with a napalm grenade. Then when I use cryofoam, burning enemies take additional damage. And then when I use a gauss grenade, frostbitten enemy takes additional damage. And sticky bomb does extra damage to electrified enemies. It does extra damage also to a whole bunch of other stuff, but in the purpose of this loadout, this is pretty much how it's going to work. And I'm keeping a neural neuralizer just as a shield to be able to protect my character. So let's go to Gotham and let's go see our friend Robin. We're going to have to go to the East End, Gotham East End police station. Basically the police station where we started with our Batman character. And I'm pretty sure we didn't go to all the police station just yet. Now let's do that, because why not? So let's go to... We don't really need to go there yet, but let's go just to get the feet, and then we'll use the teleporter to be able to go to the police station where we need to go. So let's go to the Diamond District. Yeah, I probably could have gone through there. So this should give us a feat, I think. Pretty sure this is the last police station we didn't go to. Although I could be mistaken. Oh yeah. Basically there's a little feat to be able to, if you go to all the police stations. So now let's go to the East End police station. Oh, a nice Magneto. I kind of miss playing my mental Magneto character. So let's continue. So here we have the dynamic duo. Oh, Magneto is coming with us. If you're wondering why the evil Magneto is a hero, for a while he actually was. He did pretty much go from being a hero to a villain some of the time.
Hey, Batman's analyzing the new Joker toxin, so it's up to you and me to take down Poison Ivy and her plants in Burnley. I'll tell you what, I'll even lend you my nose breather against her spores. I should be immune to Ivy by now.
Robin is so mean to us.
First Scarecrow broke out of Arkham, and now Poison Ivy's on the loose. I don't like it. While Robin investigates, I'm relying on you to handle the mess outside. After your past experiences, I'm sure you can handle it.
Oh, what's that? Could have sworn. Oh well. So let's go to Gotham to continue our mission. As you saw, there's quite a few people today, so that's nice to see. Obviously, we have no way to know if a lot of those players are new players or if they're players who are creating alternate characters. So this is an area where we often come. Sometimes there's some seasonal in this area that we play. But also this was pretty much one of the places where I used to go to farm for exhibits. And also if you played the Riddle of Crime DLC, we're pretty much playing in an alternate version of Gotham in this area. But before I get started,
break them free.
there's a little friend here who wants to give us a side mission.
Possibly get me some shed leaves from those pod people? I'm doing research for Wayne Tech.
Now we're ready to get started. So basically, the reason why I rearranged my loadout is pretty simple. It allows me to be able to pretty much just go from left to right without having to worry which power should I play first or next. And this way I can somewhat pretty much benefit from using power interactions and do a bit of extra damage. And my shield can protect me while I'm completing certain objectives. It's pretty much that simple. Eventually I would probably replace my shield with EMP, which would also benefit from power interactions. I guess we'll see a bit later when I get all the powers I need.
You'll never stop. These spores will feast.
Those snapping plants
I
wanted
think
to
it
wrap
wanted to
me up for
transform me
good.
into something.
Let's pick up that investigation before we forget.
Forensic
Let's continue.
toxicology report. This rose might have been white, if not for the sheer amount of poison in it.
It hissed something about converting me into one of them. Those snapping plants wanted to wrap me up for good.
Stay away from Ivy. This is Ivy's world. Join us or die.
I felt it wrapping me in a cocoon.
Those snapping plants wanted to wrap me. It hissed something about converting me into one of them.
These spores
Those
will
snapping
feast.
plants wanted to wrap me up for good.
So we still need a few.
Those snapping plants wanted to wrap me up for good. It hissed something about converting me into one of them.
So we just need a few more pod people and we'll be good to go.
You'll never defeat the plants. With nature.
Just one more. Well, one more for this area. We are going to fight a whole bunch of them in just a minute. Oh, actually throughout this mission. Or this mission arc, because it's going to be various missions. So we did gain, I think we gained a skill point, so let's assign it here. And let's take a quick look at our loadout, what we gained. Suppressor turret. Never really used that. I probably should. I'm not sure. I'll have to give it some thoughts. Doesn't seem like something I would like to use, if it makes sense. So let's complete our mission.
Poison Ivy used to be a botanist before she went bonkers and decided to reclaim the world for the plants. If we don't get her back to Arkham, Gotham really will be an urban jungle.
So sadly the belt we got, not really worth it for our character. Doesn't matter. So let's
Ivy's
continue.
expanded on her usual menagerie. This time, she's created pheromone-blasting plants to lure in citizens, so her roaming Venus flytraps can devour them. Help as many people as you can.
So let's collect this little briefing.
With Gotham Now, I'm Vicky Vale.
And a little
The
exhibit.
Giordano Gardens area is under strict quarantine after an attack by former botanist Dr. Pamela Isley, now better known as Poison Ivy. The mean queen of green claims the world for plants, using pheromones and the plants themselves as weapons. Is Ivy looking at another stay in Arkham, or will Gotham be a new kind of urban jungle? Stay tuned.
So as we see, we have a little side quest over here, so let's pick it up.
Can you help me? I need silk spinners from those walking fly traps, but I can't get close enough.
That was strange.
She wanted me to join her as one of them. I think it wanted to. Oh my! I need to get out of here.
You'll never stop.
I'm rolling out of here.
Ivy.
Let's try and click those before it's too late.
I can feel
Stay away from Ivy's creation.
So as you can see, there's a whole bunch of stuff we need to do. We need to destroy the cocoon, we need to destroy the Venus flytrap.
Join us or be fertilizer.
We need to click on a whole bunch of NPCs.
Those snapping plants wanted to wrap me up for good. I need to go shower.
One of them. I'm out of here.
So this is an area where the shield
Converting
will
me
be
to one of
pretty
them.
useful.
We are one with nature.
Nah, too late, too late.
It felt like I was becoming one of them. I'm out of here.
Not sure why.
Up for now. I'm holding leaves for now. My arms. Broke me out of that cocoon. I'm rolling out of here.
I felt it wrapping me in a cocoon. Thank goodness you showed up.
As you can see, you can often choked by the vines. So you may want to get out of here as quickly as you can.
I can feel I need to go shower. Calling to me. Help! Those snapping plants wanted to wrap me up for good.
I think it wanted to transform me into something gross.
You'll never defeat the plants.
What are you doing? No! I felt it wrapping me in a cocoon. Thank goodness you showed up.
I guess we really have to use our weapons. Sometimes there's base items or enemies that don't seem to get affected by powers. Yeah, you pretty much have to really fight them with your weapons, or you do a lot more damage with your weapons, it seems, to certain items. So sometimes it's easier to break certain items using your weapons than it is using your powers, or sometimes there are some powers that will be pretty good to break certain items. It's something you figure out as you go along.
Ivy's creations. You'll never stop poison ivy.
Those snapping plants wanted to wrap me up for good. It is something about converting me into one of them.
You'll never defeat the plants.
So we're almost there.
I'm yours. Do what you
Holy
will.
brain squash. Hey, thanks. But I gotta get out of here. Smell. I couldn't break away. Thanks.
Join us.
So you can see the NPCs on the ground, even though we can no longer interact with them, they still trigger after a while.
Get away.
So just 3 more.
You'll never stop poison
It is
ivy.
something about converting me into one of them.
I think it wanted to transform me.
And this should be our last one.
Those snapping plants wanted to wrap me up for good.
Let's get out of here. So let's go back to our journal and let's complete our mission.
Poison Ivy's pheromones can make anyone fall in love with her. Usually it's only at close range. These distance attacks are something dangerously new.
So now we're going to go to the park, and there's
Spores in the air.
there's also some side quests. I forget. Oh, there they are.
The entire city. Find and destroy Ivy's spore cannons before that happens. Watch out for the pod people. They have enough mind left to attack, but just barely.
I saw that briefing while I was in the air, so let's pick it up before we get started.
This is Bullock. Bat sent in the boy Wonder, but there's no word. SCU and the new heroes should be on this, right?
Here's
They
our
can
friend.
catch up. I'm going in.
10-4 Bullock. Use extreme caution and your rebreather against IV spores.
Here's our friend Solomon Grundy.
I can't breathe through my nose anyway. Damn adenoids. Bullock out.
Hey, can you grab some of those seed pods? We need to determine.
Sadly, Solomon Grundy is a bounty that's too strong for us.
We are one with nature.
And we can't pick up the bounty posters anymore until we reach level 30, so we're gonna have to wait on that one.
Thanks.
So you saw the big pod, the big spore cannons.
I'll need therapy for a long time.
It's a bit easier to destroy them using your weapon than using your powers. Power seems to have minimal effects, but weapons seems to work real well to destroy them. Not sure if we need some of those. So let's go for the...
Away from Ivy's creations.
Oh man, I've never been food before. I'll never look at Saturn the same again.
Not sure why I could not grab it. Oh well.
Join us or be fertilizer. These spores will feast. Ivy's power is nature itself. You'll never stop poison ivy.
Ugh, I stink of bile.
So 2 more seeds. I wanted to show you
You'll never defeat the plants.
let's see if I can show it to you here. You see those little 2 guys? They're going to merge together and become one big guy. Ideally, you want to stop them before that happens, but here I just want to show it to you guys. Come on guys, you can do it. Alright, there we go. So if you wait too long to defeat those guys, they will turn into that one big guy. And then they will throw the seed at you. So let's bring it here. So just one more.
man. I've never been food before.
Ivy's love is strength.
Later.
So you saw how much faster it was to defeat, to destroy the cannon with your the weapons,
My
as opposed
life
to
belongs
powers.
to Poison Ivy.
Come on, I'm trying to switch target. Ah, there we go.
This is Ivy's world. Join us or die.
I stink of bile. Was I being digested?
So let's try to get our cannons we're still missing. And we should be able to get the thorns as well.
One will fall, many will rise. Stay away from Ivy's creations. My life belongs
Thanks.
to Poison
Those
Ivy.
things that needed that bigger
Many will
thing.
rise.
I'm gonna need therapy for a long time after this.
We are one with nature.
Thought I saw something. My mistake.
Ivy's love
Thank
is
you,
strength.
Ah! Look at my clothes! They're ruined! How dare they use me for food!
So let's go pick up that investigation. So we need one more
Forensic
cannon and one
toxicology
more
report.
sample from
The petals
spores.
of this flower are teeming with potent pheromones.
Ivy's power is nature itself. My life belongs to Poison Ivy.
Thank goodness you came! I could feel myself being digested! Oh, so gross!
So let's see, I think we're done here.
GCPD radio says that Harvey Bullock went into Ivy's greenhouse to try and shut this down. Since Robin hasn't reported back, I'm betting we have a rash of trouble on our hands.
So let's pick this up.
Forensic toxicology report. This rose contains a powerful neurotoxin that suppresses free will.
Don't let anything you see inside that greenhouse stop you. Knowing Poison Ivy, she's kept Robin and Harvey alive as slaves. Free them from Ivy's influence, and they can help you take her down, so she can serve her time at Arkham.
Let's pick this one too.
Forensic toxicology report. One prick from this rose and we'd need to call the coroner.
And this one as well.
Forensic toxicology report. Leave it to Ivy to stick with the classics.
So before we go into the greenhouse, we'll talk to our friend Officer Walden, although we already have a side mission. We'll do it after. Usually I try to do it before.
We tried to raid Ivy's hideout, but it went horribly wrong. Most of us didn't make it out.
Basically, we have to save some trapped police officers. So let's go do that while we play our main mission. You should see the police officer in some sort of cocoon, so we can free it. It's worthwhile to note that you probably want to save the police officers even once you're done with the mission. I think there is a feed for saving all the police officers on the map.
Hey you, over here! I'm Bullock with the GCPD. I'm trapped. I need your help.
And there should be a whole bunch of little critters with that big plant. I think they're climbing the stairs. Let's go check. Oh yeah. There's usually a healing barrel somewhere here. Oh, next time. So let's talk to our friend Bullock.
In a typically brilliant move, the GCPD went in after Ivy. Oh, those plants of hers. They're not human, if you know what I mean. I think I'm the only one who made it.
Let's look around just in case. It's been a while since I'm in here. And nothing to look at, I guess.
These spores will feast.
Let's grab a little barrel and bring it with us.
Over Gotham.
If you need to, don't hesitate to bring a healing barrel with you to the next fight. And some fight could save your life. Some fight can be pretty tough. You may not seem to like it right now, but sometimes you'll go through a whole bunch of fights very easily, and then you'll go up against a pretty tough NPC. So don't be a foolish fool and don't hesitate to bring a barrel if you need it. Let's save our little friend here.
You just saved the life of a GC.
Could have sworn.
Will spread through Gotham.
I could have sworn I missed out on something. Sometimes the police officers, as you rescue them, they could help you.
Thank you. Even a minute later, I wouldn't have made it.
So if you need backup, saving the police officers could be a good thing.
These spores will feast.
You just saved the life of a GC.
So again, you can bring the barrel with you to the next fight, or sometimes there's more than enough barrels. So just break it to be able to get the feat to break 1,000 barrels. I believe the last feat is 1,000, but I could be misremembering. Lots of feats in DC Universe Online, so it would be very easy to misremember at least some of them. Especially some I've completed many years ago. And you can see the little chesty chest in the corner, so we'll go pick it up in just a second. So this here could be okay, I guess not. I was going to say this could be a tough fight, but as you can see my character is level 24, the NPCs are level 18. So normally shouldn't have too much trouble with them. And sometimes you'll see barrels here in the water. But what I'm looking for is the little guy here.
I would have been plant food if it weren't for you.
Could have sworn there was one here somewhere. Oh well. So in case you didn't watch my previous videos, there's a little chest like this in various maps. So whenever you see those chests, just break them up. They'll give you a little reward. Here we got some shoulders. I'm not sure if it's going to be worthwhile. Nah, it's good for the style, and that's pretty much it. So let's collect it. The same with the pants we have here. And there's a feat for breaking, I think it's 1,000 of those little chests. So let's open the door. And if you're not sure, just grab our little friend here and bring it with you. There's no reason not to. Let's save our friend here. Again, another barrel. Let's bring it with us.
Gotham sewers.
Just checking. Been a while since I've been here, so just checking to make sure I don't forget anything. And let's go save our friend Robin.
Robin, my darling, take care of this pesky little worm before it takes over my beautiful garden.
Yes, Ivy.
Die.
There's a few barrels spread around the map if you need them.
While one of my guardians finishes off this nasty little potato bug.
Be smarter than you look and run.
Die. My thorns are sharp.
I think Robin, I could target him because of the evil tree that was in the way.
Lead
That happens.
for me. Such a disappointment. As always,
Lead for me.
plans to the rescue. Grow, my lovely, and devour this intruder.
That big guy usually is a bit tougher than the rest, so we'll probably use at least one healing barrel to fight him.
My thorns are sharp.
And luckily there's one right here, so let's use it. And if, for example, one barrel is not enough, just grab the other one and then continue your fight.
Lead for me.
At some point in the fight, he summons a whole bunch of little tree monsters.
Don't hurt my babies any longer. Can't you hear their pain? What have you done to this planet? What have you done to me?
Although
Take
usually,
me back to Arkham. I can't endure anymore.
usually summons the little trees a little faster than that. I guess they were pretty much last minute this time. So we got some boots. Oh, let's equip the boots before we forget. Not a big upgrade, but an upgrade is an upgrade. So let's start to our friend Ivy.
Working for Ivy?
And let's talk to our friend Robin.
Dang, who taught you to punch?
Oh
Good
yeah.
job, be sore for a week. Guess it serves me right for losing my nose breather. Alright, I gotta get Ivy back to Arkham Asylum. You get back on the streets.
So let's skip the little cinematic. If you guys want to see the cinematics, I have a video called DC Universe Online the Movie. Pretty sure I don't have all the cinematics, but I have a whole bunch of them.
You did well. Robin and I will get Poison Ivy back to Arkham. You get back on the streets. Gotham needs you. We'll talk again soon.
So let's go and complete our mission.
You
And also,
keep
we
it
got
up.
a little mission called
Robin and I will
Building a
get
Power
Poison
Base.
Ivy back to Arkham. You get back on the streets. Gotham needs you. We'll talk again soon.
So let's complete the route of evil. So we're gonna have to go meet our friend Robin. And there's also another mission called Building a Power Base. Basically, it's something that's a little bit outdated now. Well, let's take a quick look. Oh, it changed. Oh, that's nice. Eons ago, it would give us a whole bunch of mods for our gear. Now it seems it gives us a whole bunch of flawed exobytes and stuff like that. That's nice. That is something that should be useful for... Oh, actually, let's do that right now. So at some point in DC Universe Online, they've added augments. Eons ago, we used to have what's it called, exobytes. We would craft basically mods using our exobytes, and then we would put that in our gear. Like nowadays, we can only put nowadays we can only put white. Nowadays we can only put white mods in our gear. But eons ago, we would put some colored exobytes to be able to increase the stats of our gear at least a little bit. But they decided to replace that with augments instead. So here, usually I'll use vital augments. Basically, if you play DPS, you should probably use... where's the other augments? If you play DPS that uses your powers, you probably should take the mighty augments. If you play DPS that uses precision, you probably should take some precision augments. Come to think of it... Nah, I'll go with the vital augments. If you're playing a controller, I would strongly suggest go for the vital implants. There's a few reasons for that. I'll probably make a video. I'm sure some people are probably screaming at the screen right now saying, no, you have to take dominating. As a rule of thumb, you don't really need to increase your domination because your dominance, because by default your gear usually has more than enough dominance for you to be able to play any content you need. And let's see if we can increase the strength of some of those augments. So let's take our vital implant. Usually I don't use exobytes. I don't use nth metal for that. So let's use some of those here. So you can use those to increase the strength of your vital implants. So let's do that. So if we take a quick look. So we increased one of them to rank 28. Although you can see the distinction between rank 28 and rank 24, very slim. Like 34 health to 36 health. 83 power, 88 power. 7 vitalization, 8 vitalization. It's not really a big difference. Let's try to increase it a bit more. So let's use that. Oh, we only have one more left. Oh well. So as you can see, we were able to raise our vital implant to rank 29. Oh well. So let's get out of here and let's go talk to our friend Robin at the police station. I didn't make a video about the implants just yet. I should probably make a video about that at some point. Oh, I freaks a bit. No reason not to pick it up. Actually, another one. And if you're not sure where you need to go, just click on your mission and it will tell you exactly where you need to go. Oh yeah, before I forget, let's go complete this side quest. I'm not sure why, when we're in the area, we cannot complete the side quest. We have to come here, complete all the missions outside here. We could have completed that mission before we went to fight Poison Ivy, but in this case I decided let's defeat Poison Ivy and then I'll go finish the side quest. So I'm not sure why the side quest doesn't seem to want to trigger at the what I would assume is the appropriate time. But it's not a big deal. You just play the Poison Ivy mission and you come back here to try and complete the side quest. Basically, we have to defeat Poison Ivy's plant people and collect plant samples. Not sure why it didn't work the first time we came here, because it is a side quest that we got from the professor over here, if I'm not mistaken. It's not a big deal. It just means that we have to backtrack a bit to come and complete this mission.
This is Ivy's world. Join us or die.
So we're almost there. Just one more. Oh yeah. And that gave us a skill point. Well, let's just assign it quickly. There we go. Probably should have taken the might implant, but it doesn't really matter. At this point, early in the game like that, it makes a very little difference. Oh, I heard something.
Batman to Bullock. Batwoman is tracking down the Scarecrow. She's armed with an older version of my antidote. Don't risk your men. We're handling it. Batman out.
Oh yeah, we are. So let's talk to our friend Robin to complete the mission.
Batman's taking Ivy to Arkham. You know, he didn't even chew me out. Somehow that's worse. Anyway, thanks for your help.
Gordon gave us a thumbs up. He's so nice. So if we go to our journal, we should be able to
We've got
complete
an
it.
emergency. The Green Lantern Corps' power rings have been acting strangely, and they've traced the problem back to Earth. Problem is, so has the Sinestro Corps. They're throwing down in the historic district. Talk to the recruiter in the police station there for more.
Sorry, just trying to check something out. So normally we should go to Metropolis and we should go fight a whole bunch of evil Yellow Lantern, but we're going to go back to our base first. We're going to re-imprint our armory to make sure we have everything set up. So you can see we have the augments right there. So let's go to our vendor. So now we can sell anything we don't really need. For the weapons, I'm winning a bit. At the very worst, I'll try to give the style to my character. If not, I may try to sell some of them on the broker. I'll have to give it some thought. And let's repair everything else. So as you saw, we got our vitalization augment here. So that should be able to help us when we switch to controller at some point. And what else? Oh, didn't realize I had so many marks of victory. So I think that is going to be it for now. So next time we're going to go to Metropolis and we're going to go fight some evil Yellow Lanterns. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see for that. So we're able to reach level 25, which is nice. So we only 5 level until we reach level 30. We might reach level 30 before we're done with our main mission. If not, it doesn't really matter. Again, if you want some extra XPs, you could try to play some of the Explore Metropolis missions. It's fairly simple missions that give you a bit of experience. You could try some of the low-level alerts. Although some of them, like I remember Gorilla Island was a bit of a nightmare at some point. I'm not sure if they tweaked the mission or not. But if you went into Gorilla Island at level 13, or with a group that was level 13, it was pretty much a nightmare. One of the big challenges with those alerts is that as soon as people enter the map, everyone goes their own way. So you pretty much end up by yourself fighting a whole bunch of enemies. Sadly, it happens. We could play, I guess, some PvP. I'll have to get some thoughts. So that is pretty much it for now, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to ask so in the comment section down below, and I'll see what I can do about answering your questions. So as always, guys, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.